What, babe? We're 130 miles out of New York City.
Yay, New York City. We're on day 11 of our we don't know how long we're going to be out series.
It's getting funner by the minute.
Where'd we stay the night last night?
We were at a Pilot Flying J crap hole in Castleton on the Hudson, New York. Just a little northeast of Pennsylvania.
The night crew was extremely nice, but it was a crap hole.
Yeah, Pilot is just Pilot Flying J overall on a whole are crap holes.
If you look in my video previously, a couple days ago, we were in what, New York?
Somewhere in New Hampshire.
Okay, New Hampshire. I show you a video of the bathroom. Toilet paper just filthy. That's what this travel center was. Unfortunately, I didn't film it, but you all know me. If it's a good bathroom, I will show you and I will tell you. And unfortunately, I didn't have my camera with me and I wasn't filming. But if you take a look at that one that we went into in New Hampshire, they're filthy. Filthy.
I mean, this Pilot last night, the night shift, personality-wise, handling business was fine. They were nice people. They did a good job. The truck stop is just a crap hole. And I'm getting tired of spending my money at those places. And I try not to. I try to never use Pilot Flying J. And not to say they're not good ones, but they're just few and far between. So anyhow, I get tired of giving these crap holes my money. I mean, last night, for example, when we got in there, I bought a little pack of cigars and a parking space, and that was $27 that I spent. Then we went to Subway. Oh, and then we bought a shower. That was another $14.
$41.
Yeah, so we're at 41. Then we got Subway, 2 sandwiches, and some chips and some drinks. And that was another, what, 20 bucks. So now I'm at 61 bucks that I've spent to stay at a filthy, dirty, nasty freaking place. Inside and out. The fuel islands were gross, trash. They don't clean them, they don't pressure wash them. Just nasty. Now, unfortunately, I had to get fuel this morning. So there's another $400. So now I'm in this over $500 to stay at a crap hole.
And that kind of money they can upgrade. They can keep their, they can hire another employee. QT, they have employees, their employees power wash their entire area off every day.
I mean, about 2 years ago, I talked to a manager of a Pilot Flying J in Kingman, Arizona. And their pumps were down for a remodel. And he told me that one store did between $400,000 and $500,000 a day. Now, granted, that's a busy store, California to Arizona on I-40, and I get it, they don't all do that. But that's huge money.
But they're still corporations.
You can't maintain, your properties. It's ridiculous. And I just don't choose to give them my money unless I absolutely have to. Last night, I had to stop. It was what it was. There was no parking that I could get into except for a reserve space, so I paid for the reserve space.
On top of the blockers.
Yeah, I mean, so, that is what it is, but overall, now they all have a point system based on the level that you purchase each month. It raises you up. In my opinion, Love's has the best point system and the best status. The top 2 levels, which is usually what I wind up being, I get either 3 cents or 4 cents back on every purchase. So, I go and fill up, I'm getting $4 to $6 every time I fill up onto my cart. Anytime I purchase anything. And I think the points are a little bit more when you purchase something, but you know, I bought those 2 tires a couple of weeks ago. I spent $930. I got, you know, $37 on my card for those 2 tires. With that status, I get free showers all month long. I get free drink refills all month long,
which is huge.
and I can go in there with our 2 big iced tea jugs. I can get iced tea, I can get soda, I can get coffee, I can get whatever, and I can take 2, 3 of them in at a time if I want to, and it's free. All day, every day. And showers, I can take 5, 10 showers a day if I want to. It's free. And so, on top of the best point system, Love's typically overall has the cleanest truck stops inside and out.
And they're even the older ones that we were up north here, they're all remodeling. So the bathrooms are down to like 2 showers, but that's because they're adding on. They're actually improving their facility.
I mean, and they even in their showers, they've got simple things that make it better, like a shelf. You know, that sounds stupid, but if you go into the shower, like me, I take my shampoo and my conditioner or my, you know, my soap dish, whatever, and I go into a Pilot Flying J shower. I got nowhere to set my crap, so that means I gotta set it outside, walk back and forth, you know. Love does stupid little cheap things like that
help out tremendously.
That make it better.
Yeah.
And their showers are always cleaner.
Love's always has a nice seat. Most Loves have a big, generous place so you can sit your stuff, sit down, put your shoes on. Whereas a lot of the truck stops don't even give you a little seat to sit down. So you're trying to put your clothes on, bending over in a wet.
Well, and Love's in the fuel island. You know, this Pilot that we just went to, they had squeegees for your window. They only had 1 on the island instead of 2. It was ripped and torn and just a load of crap. The water was filthy, nasty, dirty. They never change it. The islands are never pressure washed, so they're just caked in grease and oil. And I don't want to step in that crap and then drag it into my truck. I mean, there's just so much. Overall, Pilot Flying J's are horrible. They run a shitty establishment. I don't like giving them my money. You know, I'd already spent over $500 there, we figured. And I needed to buy some oil. I always keep a couple gallons of oil in my truck. I wasn't even going to give them the money this morning. I'm like, I ain't buying it here.
Well, tell them about trying to get your fuel receipt and buying a cup of coffee this morning.
Yeah, I went in to pay for my fuel, and there was an employee with an ex-employee chatting about a story, and I had to wait over 5 minutes, less than 10, to pay for my fuel while they had their conversation, and that just pisses me off. I mean, we own a retail business, and you can be having a conversation, but when that customer's there,
the customer's there, hang that freaking phone up. You don't sit there and talk to somebody on the phone.
It's horrible customer service, and I mean, you're jibber jabbering with this guy about something you guys got going on in your personal life, and I'm there to spend hundreds of dollars. Stupid. And you can't tell me that corporate doesn't know about this, because those stores all have full audio and visual surveillance.
Or nobody's paying attention.
They just ain't paying attention, and they don't care.
Yeah. And that was coffee this morning. He fills up a cup of coffee.
There was easily 15 people in line.
Put it down at the beverage station, and we walked out. It was not worth standing in line for a cup of coffee.
It wasn't. When I had spent what I'd spent already, I set that coffee down and walked out.
Yeah. Another thing that the truck stops do, now Love's, we've never experienced this, but Pilot definitely experienced it, is they have blockers on the internet. So you're out in your truck, you're trying to do things, and they want you to buy their internet, which works like crap.
Yeah, it works like crap.
So that you can have internet. But if you go outside of the Pilot station, all of a sudden your internet starts working.
Yeah, some TAs, and I like TA better than Flying J Pilot, but some TAs use that blocker as well, and it's freaking wrong. And you know, if you had a great internet service and you were in a crappy area and you wanted to sell that internet service, I get it. but don't block what my freaking provider provides for me, and in order to use a substandard service. And they're doing it more and more inside that pilot TA. Like you go into the shower and you want to take a minute and relax. I mean, let's face it, we all look at our phone when we're on the toilet.
Can't do it.
You can't do it.
Yep.
If you're sitting in the subway eating your meal, a lot of times I go into like Denny's or whatever, and I sit there and that's all I'm eating is when I look at the news or Facebook or whatever.
This is the only time you can do it. And then they're blocking you from being able to do it, and they want you to buy their system.
Yeah, they want me to pay for something that I already have. And then even if I have paid for it a couple of times where I was stuck over the weekend, and I'm like, well, I want to be able to watch, something or whatever.
And it works like crap.
And it works like crap, and and I've already paid for it, and then I'm out the money, and it just frustrating.
And we've had several employees tell us that that's what they do.
Yeah.
So if they want to chime in and say, no, we don't, that's bull crap when the employees across the country tell us this is what they do.
Because, the employees, they can't get service while they're at work for, those basic functions. It's just wrong. I don't know. I don't know anything about the corporate structure of Pilot Flying J, but Loves is kicking their butt all over the country.
Loves needs to come up here, and they need to hunker down up here because they could make some money.
Yeah, they really are. They've been building stores rapidly the last year. I've noticed it. And then not just building new ones, they are remodeling their old ones. And don't get me wrong, there's still some crap hole Loves. In their corporate area, Oklahoma, they've got tiny little stores that they've had for 40 years, and some of them, they just don't have the room to even make it any different, and at least it provides you a place to stop and fuel, and that's about it. But overall, Loves kicks their butt. So enough of that crap.
Yep, there's our rant for today. So day 11.
We got like 260 miles till we get to this TA we're going to stay at for the weekend.
We're heading to what town, Pennsylvania?
Lock Haven, Pennsylvania.
So we'll keep you informed as we go on today. Try to do our daily deal. So get back at you if there's something to say. So we just stopped at a TA travel center in Montgomery, New York. So the highlight of the stop, more so than the food, is we ran into a man and wife, Randy and Carrie, and we talked to them for 3.5 hours. We ran into TA to just get a bite to eat, to be on the road, and luckily we're coming up for a 34-hour restart, so reset, so we only have to drive for about another 3 hours, and then we'll have our reset. Don't have to drop this load until Monday morning. But what a neat couple. Real similar in ideas and thoughts. Pleasure to talk to. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. We started up a conversation over mayonnaise. I detest the very existence of mayonnaise, and this man was the same.
When we heard him, he sent a sandwich back because it had mayonnaise on it. It was like, what?
And he was
That's
just like
my
me.
husband.
Don't just replace the bread. You remake the whole sandwich. I hate mayonnaise. I will throw it back in your face if you put mayonnaise on it.
So
he was the same. So that started the conversation from their booth to ours. And we talked for 3.5 hours.
Unheard of at a truck stop, running into somebody that you're going to chat that long. They're from where? Up in...
just north of Kansas City, Missouri, I believe.
Yeah.
Or
But
St. Louis.
she runs her truck. They run it together as a team.
Yeah, so that was nice.
So if they happen to see this video, hey, I hope you're all safe, and pleasure to meet you.
It's unusual to run into people that you get along with so well, where your thoughts are aligned, and both husband and wife as a couple, and so that was neat. I mean, we shared stories back and forth, and had a good time. It was, it's rare. Austin's calling.
So we're gonna go ahead and get on down the road. My son's calling. I gotta answer the phone.